Welcome in, H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5, no time for jive. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson, alongside me, Ping Wilson, and we ain't come to play with it, but to stay with it. Now, check this out. We want y'all to know that The Solid Grip is the flavor for your wings, the gravy for your mashed potatoes, the sugar for your Kool-Aid. You understand? We coming with sizzling hot takes. Y'all get up on this, stay up on this, and we gonna keep coming with it. But before we do all of that, before we get into what we're going to get off into, because I got something very exciting to present to the world of sports, all those who love it. We want you to share this link, okay? When you see this, share this link, share it with your people, share it with your partners, share it with your family members, all right? Help us come up in the game because we coming up, all right? Next, I want to tell y'all, my father has his solo show called On the Other Hand Sports. Y'all can check him out on YouTube, On the Other Hand Sports. Okay, he got some live videos up there for you right now. Also, you can check me out on my solo show called Grip It and Rip It Sports. Y'all see what we did there? This is a branch off from The Solid Grip. You have Grip It and Rip It Sports, and On the Other Hand, if you didn't get it, catch up. All right, this is the next thing we want you to do. Follow us on Twitter. I'm sorry, that's my Twitter handle. But follow us on Twitter. That's twitter.com/solid_grip. Okay. Also, subscribe to this channel, okay? Hit that little bell so you don't miss a thing from The Solid Grip. All right. Now, I done named the name of this show. If you can see it at the top, I named it NFL Bubble. Pop, how you doing over there, man?
Doing great, Rich.
I got something for you, man. I didn't tell you about this in the rundown, but I really want to know how you feel about this. So,
okay,
I got the anecdote. Okay, we know that the NBA has been doing a wonderful job at all the players testing negative for the COVID-19. Why? Because they made a safe place for staff, for NBA players to be at, where they are confined in an area where they are not in contact with a lot of people, and all of them are being tested on a regular day-to-day as if doctors that are going in the hospital every day. So as of now, for the last, I believe, 7 or 8 days, not one person there has tested positive for COVID-19. What they're doing is working. Okay, it does require a great deal of sacrifice, but we know that it is working. So here's what I present to you and to the world of sports and everyone who loves sports and the NFL. And to Roger Goodell, listen to what I say. This is what you do. I know that baseball right now, they're going to each other's stadiums, okay? But you see, they're in trouble right now. Right now, many people, especially from the Marlins, have contracted the virus, and from the Braves and other teams in the league. And it's a matter of time before you have to start shutting things down. You're already having to postpone games. Okay, some of the games with your team, the Yankees, Pop, have been postponed. Okay, because of individuals having the coronavirus. So this is what we do. Okay, the state in the state in the United States of America that has the least amount of cases in the last 7 days, which I believe is 21, is the state of Vermont. Okay. Now, this might sound funny to people, okay? And I know that the NBA went to the epicenter of where the coronavirus is in Florida. But if you put the NFL in Vermont at the University of Vermont, which is the biggest university that they have there, or you go to the second state that has the least amount of cases, which is North Dakota, and you go to the University of North Dakota State, you can create a bubble there for the NFL. Why is this important, Pop? It's important because the NFL is the biggest sport in America, hands down, point blank, period. No one wants any games to be postponed or the season to be shut down. You and I have talked about to nauseum that we probably will have to shut down sports because of how this virus just is it really is contracted easily and spreads quickly. But that is my ancillary support for the NFL. Go to Vermont or go to North Dakota, create a bubble there, and that's where you can have the NFL games at. What do you think about that, Pop?
I think it's a magnificent idea. And I'm not just saying this because you're my son, but that is a stroke of genius. And hey, Roger Goodell, if you're listening, there's a young man in Rosenberg, Texas, that has a brilliant mind. Okay, and trust me, he could help you, dude. Now you could add another state to that group of two, Maine. There are not a lot of cases in Maine. There's
Right?
no way the NFL is going to make it this year, Rich. We're talking about 80 players. We're talking about staff. We're talking about support groups. There's absolutely no way, man. Listen, look what's happening to baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how these guys contracted the virus and stuff, but these guys are free to go out to the clubs, to go to the restaurants, to go here, to go there. It's just a matter of time, Rich, before they have to shut baseball down.
Right.
Basketball, you know what? They took the most criticism because they couldn't come up with a plan. They didn't come up with a plan. The commissioner kept he didn't have any idea of what to do. But you know what? It was the Players Association. Guys like Chris Paul and LeBron James and other veteran players say, hey, let's go do a bubble. Okay? And they got with Disney and stuff and they came up with this brilliant idea. And the NBA is going to make it. No way the NFL is going to make it unless they come up with some type of drastic plan. And at this point, it's too late. It
Yeah.
really is too late. So, hey, if by next year we don't have a vaccine or everybody hasn't been vaccinated or for some reason this thing is still sparking, that is a brilliant idea, Rich. But for this year, hey, we can only put on our jerseys and hope and wish, maybe watch one or two games. But after that, NFL, over. Shut it down. Coronavirus, you the winner.
Man, hey, NFL, it will behoove you to not be negligent in these times because, Pop, you said that it's too late, but me, I know the NFL, man. It's a fraternity, man. They got more money than any other sport. Maybe FIFA, okay? Maybe FIFA has more money, but I don't know. I don't think so, okay? I don't think that a FIFA team is a billion plus dollars, and somebody could correct me on that. I would stand corrected if I were to be corrected on that fact. But here's an opportunity. Right now, it's August the 1st. Okay. I know. It's 6 weeks, less than 6 weeks left. You would have to fast track this thing. Okay. But you could do it. You could do it. As long as you find a place. It don't have to be those states. That I was just thinking those states because if you have staff that's serving food, you have a lesser chance of them coming in there bringing stuff. Because even with the NBA, they had the bubble, but the staff is not in the bubble. So they're still going out and coming back, but they're having to be screened coming in, having to be tested. So that's just my thoughts, man. I thought that was something fun to jump this thing off on, man. But, speaking of the NFL, man, like, let's talk about this, man. Right now, Pop, it's less than 6 weeks before the NFL starts. As we know, the very first game of the season is the Texans versus the Chiefs. Okay. And I'm picking the Texans in a landslide. Okay. I know people might think I'm crazy because they have completely blown Patrick Mahomes up. He is the face. And I ain't gonna lie, he's the best player in the NFL right now. It ain't no reason to argue that. But I will say this: determination dwell in the eyes of a young man named Deshaun Watson. And I'm telling you right now, when he gets on the field, he's coming for blood. He's coming for blood. He don't take L's like that and don't come back and give them. It has been proven in history of him through high school, college, and the NFL. When he take them kind of L's, he comes back and puts a good beating on you. Okay, so the very first two games that we have of the season against Baltimore and the Chiefs, I'm telling you right now, y'all best be preparing because he's gonna put a beating on them. But the Steelers, Pop, Big Ben is back. He back in effect. I can't wait to see him, man. I love Big Ben. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks. Man, I hope he ain't looking like, a lumberjack. I haven't really seen him. How he's looking. The last time I saw him, he looked like a lumberjack, man, Paul Bunyan. Okay. But they're coming back. They're going to be a force to reckon with against Baltimore. I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe in Lamar Jackson, me, Pop. And Lamar Jackson was ranked the number one player by his peers in the NFL, and I would not rank him that high, not me. And I think that the Steelers are going to put a good beating on the AFC North, and I think you guys are winning the division. You got studs like T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree, okay, and many others. What's the Kirkpatrick? Okay, you guys are coming, and I really think, beyond a shadow of a doubt, man, that you guys are going to be the ones who reign as the winners in the AFC North.
Yeah, Rich, I think we'll bounce back. I don't look for Ben to lead the league in passing like he did, but you can't lose players like he's lost in Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell and be as productive. I think he'll be a real good Ben, but hey, that defense should be really, really stout. Now, there's one guy that didn't get a lot of publicity. I think is the key to the defense. And everybody in Pittsburgh thinks that if this guy steps up, the defense got a chance to be the number one, number two, top five defense in the National Football League. And that young man's name is Terrell Edmonds, okay? Now, he's a safety from Virginia Tech. And if you go back and the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, all through the 70s, when they had great safeties, when you had a Mike Wagner, you had a Donnie Shell. When you had a Troy Polamalu, you had a Ryan Clark. And so you got a great safety, and I'm calling him great after 1 year, and I'm not just basing this on his 1 year in Pittsburgh. I'm basing this on his years at Alabama and his couple of years, a year and a half at Miami is Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick will be a Hall of Famer. But if Terrell Edmonds step up, I'm not talking about lead the league in interceptions. I'm not talking about anything like that. But if you just step up and play like a number one pick, they're going to use him in a lot of different situations. They're going to put him down in the box, okay? They're going to play him on the tight end, okay? If he'll step up and get close to being a Pro Bowl type player, I think that defense will be top five in the league. They will lead the team. They will lead the team to the division championship. After that, then, hey, it's a crapshoot because, hey, man, what's going on in New England, and that's probably need to talk about that another time. I'm not thinking they're going to be up there, man. I really don't. I mean, Bill Belichick got to do a hell of a job and stuff to get them back where they once were and stuff. But I really think it'll come down between Kansas City, Houston, and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No doubt about it, man. So, I mean, what you thinking that it's going to come down to those three teams? Will Pittsburgh win the AFC North? Is that what you're saying right now?
I think they'll beat Baltimore. I think because listen, man, we talked about this all in the all season. Trust me, they got some little Harvard, Yale grad in there and stuff. They done figured out, hey, okay, when there's something that Lamar Jackson is doing to tip when he's going to actually pitch the ball and stuff, okay? And so it may be something in his eye. One of his eyes may bet. You know what I'm saying? It really takes somebody with a genius kind of mind to pick up on something like that. They're going to pick up on that. They're going to shut that stuff down where he have to throw the football. Hey, man, the rest of the league going to pick up on it. I don't expect one. I don't, man. I mean, listen, man, I commend the brother. So because I really thought he'd still be a backup in the league. I thought that's the only reason that the Ravens drafted him is that they wanted a quality backup.
Yeah,
but he fooled me, and they've created an offense around him and stuff. But hey, man, gimmick offenses don't work in the National Football League. Okay,
not for long.
Ask Warren Moon in the run and shoot. Okay, they don't last. They don't last. That's one thing about the National Football League. It may have changed as far as the coaches and the names on the back of the jerseys, but the game is still blocking and tackling, baby. Okay,
right,
and that's not gonna ever change.
Right. I totally agree with you, man. I like what Lamar Jackson did this year. Okay, he proved a lot of people wrong in a lot of areas, and he's still gonna wreak havoc. Okay, I'm not saying that either. He's still gonna wreak havoc, but he's not the guy that you think he is. And maybe he'll prove me wrong again. Maybe he's working hard in the offseason, but some guys just got it. Patrick Mahomes, even though he had somewhat of a down year, that's because he got hurt, man. You saw what he did in the playoffs to us to start with. Okay, He is a bad man. You know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, his skills are undeniable, man. He has
Undeniable.
everything that you want in a quarterback, man. From leadership to throwing ability to arm strength to accuracy to using his legs. I mean, he ain't gonna do nothing but get better from this point, man. He's
Absolutely.
not gonna do anything but get better, man. And when you talk about a guy like Patrick Mahomes, man, that's why they paid him $500 million, Pop. And you called it. I didn't think they was gonna give him that much money. You called it, man. But that's why they gave him that money, man, because they know this guy is a sure thing, man.
Right.
He is a sure. In his first 2 years as a starter, his very first year, he won the MVP. Okay,
Right.
one of the youngest
Right.
players to win it. Not only that, was one defensive offside play away from going to the Super Bowl, okay, that year, and probably would have won it. And
Right.
the very next year, he wins the Super Bowl after he gets hurt and missed 4 or 5 games, and,
Right.
and darn near ripped his leg off and came back and still won a Super Bowl, man.
Correct.
Lamar Jackson is not that guy, man. He not. And quiet as kept, Deshaun Watson is not that guy. But at least with Deshaun, you can see the potential is there. He has things in his way that's holding him back. And it ain't just coaching. I mean, it's him. He's always been the guy. He always been the guy, man. Patrick Mahomes ain't always been the guy. You know what I mean? He ain't always been the guy, man. He just had that natural raw talent and ability. And he went to a smaller school, man, and nobody just really recognized it until it was time to start drafting quarterbacks. But Deshaun has always been that guy, and he's always trying to be that guy. And so that psyche he has to get out of his way. But Lamar Jackson doesn't have it. But Patrick Mahomes does, man. And speaking of Patrick Mahomes, Pop, he is now a minority owner of the Kansas City Royals, man. Man, hey, look, he didn't just, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that he signed that deal for $500 million, think that he should have did something different, but come on, people, look at it like this. It's not just about security. That's involved in it as well. This 10 years ain't gonna last. He gonna do 4 years. They gonna redo the contract, okay? Because he's gonna be a heck of a quarterback, and they gonna put some more money on the table. Because when he making $26 million a year, and somebody like Dak is making 47 a year, okay, they gonna give him more money. 1, 2. Speaking of this, him being a minority owner, he has invested himself in the city of Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
That is why he got the opportunity to do what he's doing now, and he's going to make some buku money off of the Royals, man. And even though they're not a good team, don't matter. They lacing up his pockets. And it ain't just that. The endorsements are crazy. He is the face of the NFL. He might be the first Madden player to be on the Madden cover 2 times. Okay? If there's been another, I don't know of it. Okay? He's the guy. He's the face of this league. People have to accept that. And man, it's a wonderful thing, man, that he's becoming a minority owner, man. I mean, how do you think the city of Kansas City feels about Patrick Mahomes?
Listen, man, they hadn't won a Super Bowl in 50 years. He could run for the governor of the state and win. Trust me, they love him there, man. And listen, his dad played for the Royals, man. So imagine how that makes his dad feel and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? His dad
Oh,
ain't
wow, I
never
didn't know that.
buy another ticket to a Royals game and stuff. He sits up in the owner's suite now. So absolutely, man. I'm all in favor of that, man. You know, James Harden is part owner of the Dash and stuff, who just won a challenge championship and stuff. Hey, listen, man, they interviewed him and stuff. James Harden may not know the first thing about soccer, but guess what? That team's worth $500 million and stuff, man. James Harden's pockets is getting filled deep and stuff. See that, you know, the people from Adidas got him to do this. They said, "Listen, James, this is our sport, man, and you are our guy. You are our number one guy. So, man, go ahead on and he invested $20 million, man. That $20 million probably gonna make him another $100 million and stuff, man. So, absolutely, man, I'm all in favor of it. I'm talking to them people up in DC, them brothers in DC. I'm talking to you, Oprah. I'm talking to you, KD. Get your butt into the bank and stuff. Get a cashier's check, whatever it takes. Get a part of them Redskins, man. Get involved. A-Rod and J-Lo finna buy the New York Mets. Listen, man, this is our time. This is our time. This is our time. So, hey, man, if I had the dough, trust me, I would be certainly doing it, man.
Yeah, man. You said something right there, man, because J-Lo and A-Rod, man, putting their money together, and Lord knows they
Exactly.
got a heap of bread. They got a heap of money. They put their money together, man, because they see the benefit, especially A-Rod, man. He knows he was in the game
Exactly.
for many years, man. The benefit in being a minority owner, because think about it, man. Being a minority owner, it's a lot of work you ain't got to do. You showing up for some meetings, I guarantee you. I don't know the intricacies of being an owner or a minority owner, but I'm willing to bet you my bottom dollar they do a whole lot less work than the majority owners do. Okay.
Ex-
I bet
and-
you it's a whole lot more of them going to the mailbox and collecting checks or
Exactly.
receiving direct deposits than it is
Exactly.
them sitting down for daily meetings about what's going to go on in the stadiums and things of that nature. So
And hey, man, you set yourself up for life. You set your kids up for life, man. I think
right,
Avery got a couple kids, and I think J Lo's got a couple kids. Listen, man, Art Rooney won the Pittsburgh Steelers in a gambling game. And I don't remember the exact amount, but it wasn't much, maybe $3,000, man. Art
right,
Rooney's dead, and one of his sons dead. It's his grandson that on the team now. And then after that, he'll pass it on and on and on, man. So
right.
that's the thing works, man. That's the way
Yeah.
that works. You know? Hey, so yes, indeed, man. I mean, I'm Jay Z. Hey, I know you own Rock Nation and stuff, but you don't own a pro franchise, Jay Z.
Well, he
Go ahead,
did.
huh?
He did. He was a
He did it
minority
one time.
owner at the for the New Jersey
Owner
Nets.
of the Nets. I
Yeah.
remember that. And Proco sold the team and stuff. Jay Z could have been the minority owner now. Listen, man, look what Mike doing. Mike's sitting back, although probably the worst owner in the history of sports and stuff. It don't mean nothing. He got 70,000 kids and stuff, and they all
Yeah.
gonna be trillionaires and stuff because of the investments that he made.
Right. And speaking of NBA, man, right now the NBA is back in full effect, man, and I couldn't be more excited. The very first game that they played, I thought it kind of looked like a, kind of a schoolyard game. But that next game, man, between the Lakers and the Clippers, oh man, it was intense, man.
Yeah,
It was a real game, and I really, really loved how they had the stadium set up, man, the
yeah,
court set up where they
yeah,
had people in the stands, and they had like I don't even know what you call it. They kind of like FaceTimed in, and you could see some people that were frozen, man. Matter of fact, Dirk Nowitzki was at the Rockets game, but he wasn't there. But he had his little, thing like how you and I got right now. You know what I mean? Like
right,
he was
right.
FaceTimed into it. I don't know what the politically correct term for it is, but man, that second game between the Clippers and the Lakers was intense. And here's the thing, Pop. LeBron and them almost blew it, man. They blew it, but then LeBron cut that switch on that only a very few
Switch on, man.
individuals that have. And once he cuts that switch on, it ain't nothing nobody can do about it or their mama. And he cut it on and they went off, man. He went off, man. They went to a whole nother level and they end up getting the dub against the Clippers. And I called it on my show. I called it. I said, hey, I love the Rockets. I love the city of Houston, but the Lakers gonna win it all. Pop, how you feel?
I feel that way too, man. I think LeBron's on a mission, man. I think he took that time off during the pandemic and he worked his T-Honey off. Every
Right.
little ache in his body and stuff, man. Hey, he got in that chamber that he gets in and stuff where it gets what you call that cryo chamber and
Yeah.
stuff. He
Crowd
probably
chamber. Yeah.
sleeping in there and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted this championship, man, and I see actually that fire in his eye again and stuff, man, because LA has not accepted him, man. They have not accepted him. I mean, and listen, I loved Kobe Bryant too and stuff, but LeBron will not be accepted in that city until he wins a championship. He won't go down with the Magic Johnson
Period.
and the
Period.
Kareem and even the Jerry West and Elgin Baylor until he won a championship. And I know this one may not have as much meaning as maybe one down the road, but if he get one, trust me, he can get two or three more. And hey, don't leave the Rockets out now. Hey man, I love LeBron, but the Rockets gonna be there because guess what? James Harden is on a mission too, baby. Okay, he's on a mission
Oh
now.
man.
He done lost that weight and stuff, man. And I'm telling you, baby, hey, when he turned his ankle last night, and Rich, I gotta ask you about this, man. It's just something about Eric Gordon, man. His body just ain't made for sports, man. It's not, man.
Yeah.
Talented as he is. I mean,
Yeah. He's the Will Fuller
hey,
of the NBA of the Rockets, man. You know what I mean?
James
He's the
Harden
Will
did the
Fuller of the
exact
Rockets, man.
same thing, man. Stepped on
Yeah.
somebody's ankle, man, and he went and laced his shoes up and said, "Let's go."
Man,
Eric Gordon,
anytime he get hurt, Pop, anytime Harden get hurt, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, oh, he gonna get back up. He just got to shake it off. He hurting a little bit. He gonna get back up, man. But I mean, yeah, man, Eric Gordon, man, we need him, man. I like Daniel House. He a hometown guy. He went to high school where my wife graduated from high school, man, in
right,
Hightower,
right,
in Mo City, man. But I mean, he's okay. You know what I mean? He's okay at best, man. He's one of them guys, man, that just kind of, came out the D League, man, and he's a good off the, come off the bench, man. Every
right,
now and
right,
then, man, hit a
right,
few trays.
right.
But he's not a great defender, a perimeter player, or anything like
Exactly,
that. But
exactly.
Eric Gordon, man, he got wet from behind that arc. If you get him fired up behind that arc, you are in serious trouble. He is Steph Curry like behind that arc, man.
And you're gonna need that, Rich. You're gonna need that because there gonna be nights when Harden's jumper ain't going. There gonna be
Right.
nights when teams trapping him and stuff. He got to get off that ball and stuff. And you need somebody that can knock down shots and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Watch out for those Oklahoma City Thunder. Because when you got great guard play like they got and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
they such a smart team and stuff, man. And they got guards can knock down shots, man. They gonna be listen, man. I think last look they were all over the Utah Jazz. And let me just check.
Oh, they killing them.
They are
I
by
got it pulled up
24
right
points.
here. Yeah, they killing them. And
Killing
let me tell you something. The way I've been seeing Chris Paul this year, I've been like, man, I wish we wouldn't have lost this guy, man. He been lighting it up all
them.
year,
Balling,
man.
Rich.
He playing like he was 25, man.
Exactly.
I mean, he man, and I don't get me wrong, I love Russell. I mean, I am in love with Russell Westbrook, man. You can't have a better player on your team, man, that goes balls to the wall all game long, man. But Chris Paul just his finesse, man, is just, oh man.
Yeah.
When you need them little pull up 15 footers, man, he ain't missing them. He ain't miss. You give him 30 shots from 15 feet away, he hitting 27, 28 of them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So now, man, the Thunder, man, they not playing in Dallas. I know. Look, man, Houston, y'all, if y'all saw my show last night, man, Grip It and Rip It, I was fired up, man. Cause I had something on the banner that said small ball gets mauled because we ain't have nothing for Luke Doncic. We ain't have nothing for Chris Porzingis. We ain't have nothing for Tim Hardaway Jr. We ain't have nothing for Seth Curry. We ain't have nothing for what's the old buddy name? Chris, the other boy they got, the other guard was not all of them was knocking trays down. Trey Burke, man, was killing us. Okay. And man, they was killing us on the boards. At one time, they had 3 7-footers out there at one time, man, and they just, oh man, they was making us look crazy. And I said, man, ain't no way we're gonna be able to overcome this. This is insurmountable. You know what I'm saying? And man, that doubt crept in the Rockets, man. I don't know what they was. Harden and Westbrook was on a mission. That last 5 or 6 minutes, they would not be denied, man.
Wasn't gonna be denied, man.
Not be denied. And that kind of play, that's championship ball. And I don't know if they're going to be able to sustain that pop and keep that up, but I'm excited to see. And I still think that the Lakers will pull it off. I don't care what anybody thinks about how I feel about that. I just think LeBron, man, like I said in my show, man, he got them gray hairs in his beard. And the scripture says that's wisdom. Now I'm using that, for hilarity's sake. But he on a mission, man. Did you see his face, man, at pregame when he had his Black Lives Matter shirt on? His face looked like I'm coming to kill everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then I was scared. I'm like, I don't want to mess with LeBron, man. No, sir. You know what I mean? I mean, Harden is he one of the best scorers of all time, but man, he don't have that, man. Right. When you looked in that man's eyes, you knew, man, somebody is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Call the corner, man. Somebody's in trouble, man. You know what I mean? So, man, before we get out of here, man, we want to congratulate, for the city, man, that we live in, the city that we represent, the city that I was born and raised in, and the city that my father has made his home for 30 plus years. Houston, Texas, man, we want to give a huge shout out and congratulatory shout out to the Houston Dash for winning it all, man. They won the whole thing. Congratulations to the women's team. Hope y'all get another 0 on your checks, okay? And they bump y'all up. Thank y'all for doing that for the city. We needed another championship here. Every time we get one, it seems to be tainted, Pop.
Yeah, Rich, I'm just happy for those ladies too, man, because they've been in relative obscurity. They've never even made the playoffs and stuff. And so for them to win that championship, man, and especially during times like right now, man. I mean, when the city's going through with this virus and stuff, man, it was just nice to see, man. I mean,
Right.
those ladies out there, man, with Houston on their chest, man, bringing home that trophy for the city.
Already, man. Well, look, we appreciate any of y'all who will view this. This we want you to do. We want you to share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. And remember that these solid grip is the flavor on your wings and the gravy on your mashed potatoes. We want you to subscribe to our channel, okay? These solid grip on YouTube, and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. You understand? So for me, J.R. Wilson, for my father, Ping Wilson, this is the solid grip. We want y'all to take care, stay safe, grace and peace to all of y'all.